I am still in the process of bringing out Christmas. I'm out in Marty's den, but I'm working on his. I'll be putting him up a tree. Go ahead and start putting the ribbon on. Not ribbon, garland. Garland. And I'm putting up a moose, but it's a different kind of moose. And I'll show you the moose. Here is the moose. See, we have the rails decorated with garland with the Christmas tree right here. Monday, November the 4th, and I am still at it. And I am still in the process of bringing out Christmas. I'm out in Marty's den, our den. He spends most of his time out here. I stay in the living room a lot because he watches his shows that he likes, and of course I like my decorating and things like that shows, so it works out great. But I'm working on his. I'll be putting him up a tree over the mantle. He helped me get down his big deer picture that was up there, and I'm putting up a moose, but it's a different kind of moose, and I'll show you the moose. So it's still an outdoorsy theme out here. I do his tree in an outdoorsy theme. Everything pretty much out here is different than what you're going to see in my living room. It's a whole different set of decor that I use just in the den. But here is the moose. And he lights up. So this goes above the fireplace on the mantle. I got that at Kirkland's a couple of years ago. I think it was a couple of years ago. But anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. So let's get busy. But welcome. I wanted to welcome you to our Monday Christmas decorate with me here on our Empty Nest Life. I hope you're enjoying your day. It's going to be a busy week for us here at the Bishop household, like it usually is, even though we're retired empty nesters. Somehow we're still staying really busy. But anyway, that's okay. That's neither here nor there. Today, I just wanted to hop on here and welcome you to our Empty Nest Life. If you don't know me, if you're new here, I'm Mona. I'm married to Marty. He jumps on here from time to time, especially on our trips, our day trips and our overnight trips. Of course, he's on there with me, and I might catch him out and about doing something outside that I'll film him, and he'll get on there. But anyway, I just hope that you're having a great day. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. It's free. It sure does help us out. It helps our little channel grow, and we surely would appreciate it. And also give us a thumbs up if you like our videos. It helps push our content out. It helps YouTube push our content out to be seen by others who might enjoy watching it as well. Also, comment down below. Share it with your family and friends. Let's get this channel growing, and you can help us do that by sharing, liking, subscribing, commenting. All the things helps push our videos out there to get seen by a lot more people that might actually enjoy watching us. You know, you never know. You just never know. But YouTube just doesn't push out small channels a lot of times until they get bigger. So if you would help us out, me and Marty, we would really appreciate you helping us out like that. So let's get into getting this den decorated for Christmas. So come along with me as we decorate, and I hope you're here for it, because this may be another all day or all afternoon. So let's get busy. Okay, as you can see, I took Santa out of the box already. He's my Alabama Santa Claus. So I took him out already and set him up, because he always goes over here. This is where he lives at Christmas. And I decided to use my lamb's ear. It normally goes over there on that other table where the little bitty Christmas tree is. I think I'm going to tuck it over there out of the way. This came needed something else. So I pulled out my little Christmas card holder. Spells out Christmas. It's very rustic looking, and I really do like that. So I'm going to bring you in just a little closer here. There's my little rustic Christmas card holder there. My Santa, my lamb's ear. Then I've got a little deer inside there. I don't know if you can see the little deer, but the little deer's in there. It lives in there all year long. But that's that area. Now over here in the TV area, this is where I keep the kids' photos. But I have a Santa. He's in it's a floral arrangement, but it's in a chimney. Can't really see it very well. But I did this floral arrangement years ago. This is extremely old. That's an old piece as well. But I'm just going to tuck him right in here. And their family over there, and there's my little Bowies there. Now, down here below, I've got string lights in here as well, so I've got to work those in. But I have my lighted camper. Top heavy. Alright. But I may tuck my Noel to give some height over here. Which I may stick a couple of books back behind to give some height. That fills that area in pretty good over there. And when I have the lights on, when I work on the string lights, get that all working, that'll all be lit up and illuminated from behind, so that'll look good. And I've got two more little trees that I'm going to stick in the window over here. And we just about have this decorated except for the tree, which that'll take the longest. But I'm knocking this out. Close up of it. How it looks so far. The tree you can see nestled in the back. I think that looks good. And I love that little Santa sitting by the chimney there. He's like sitting on the side of the chimney on the roof. It's a snowy covered roof. And then you've got the pictures of the grandbabies. And Amanda's family and the Noel behind there, and then there's my other two boys when they were doing ball. But anyway, that's how that turned out, and I'm happy with that. Now, I'm going to focus just on this window. I probably won't show you what I'm doing over there, just because all I'm doing is I'm putting up this Believe sign right here. And those two little trees. It's not going to be anything elaborate, just that. But I'll give you a tour at the end. So after I get finished that, I'm going to be bringing out the tree. Okay, I just wanted to hop on here right quick and show you. You may not can see if it'll focus, but this is what it looks like. That's how it turned out. burlap. And color, it adds some, Christmas color because it is the plaid green and red and gold. Decorated because I didn't realize that my battery had died. So I really don't know how much footage I got on decorating the tree. But as I was telling you when I thought it was filming is, you can decorate a tree in an area specific to someone's taste. You know that. This is a tree that is decorated in a den where there is someone who is an outdoorsman. He is a hunter, a fisherman. He hikes. He's an outdoorsman. We have deer heads. We have full-bodied turkeys. We have it all in here animal-wise. We have a bobcat. We just have a plethora of animals, dead ones, in the house, in this area. For someone who doesn't like to have all the fluff and the frill and the pretty trees or the pretty decorations in their space, go with the theme that they like. My husband just likes hunting, so I kind of made sure that his tree is catered to him. So, and it works. And I like it. I really do like it. So I've got to finish putting the topper on. All these branches. I think I got them at a thrift store years ago, but I make a tree topper out of it. And this is how the tree looks from behind. I'm really pleased with it. Really pleased with how it turned out. And I'm so glad to have that done. That's a big chore. Putting up a tree is a big chore. So I'm so glad to have that done. Now I've already cleaned up here. I did take care of doing that before I got on camera. So that everything's been wiped down. And this isn't heavy at all. I'll have to hop down and look and see how centered it is. Oh, that's pretty centered. Oh, isn't it cute? I love that little picture. All right, let's get on to more. Okay, basically that's all I'm gonna do in the window there. It's just those trees. That just kind of, just spruces up that window sill, the ledge there. And I'll do some. Okay, now up here, I'm just, so far all I have found is I put this up here last year. It's just to hide some of this, from that's behind that I don't. Marty's got a turkey. I don't know what this thing is. He's got, I don't know. But I try to just doctor it up as best I can. But to hide some of the ugly that I think's ugly, I'm just kind of disguising it best I can with these florals in this Farm Fresh bucket and this little snowman, and I may end up finding something else small to put up here, but that's what I'm going to do on that area for right now. It dresses it up somewhat. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these are very old trees that I've had for years. They are kind of even still fragile, but I'm just going to tuck them in behind here just to kind of cover up some of that. I also have an elk that I'm going to place on this side. And I have more trees for over here. They are 3 different sizes of trees, so I'm just kind of putting the big one over by itself, and I'm tucking the 2 smaller ones over on this side. And then I have a squirrel for this side. And that just brings some of the outdoors in, so to speak. And I think that dresses the mantle up pretty good. going to take you up there and let you see what I done. I put the Christmas trees, just tucked them into the side there to cover up the blank space there. Put Mr. Squirrel right there, Mr. Elk or Moose or whatever you want to call him over there, and then that bigger tree is on that side tucked in. So that's a look at the mantle. Now this is going to be the final touch that I added to the mantle. The mantle is done. Okay, now in this section I've already laid out some of this that looks like fake snow. I don't have many little houses, so I use this one. I keep my old lantern over here. I've cleaned it, somewhat cleaned it, wiped it down. I did get my little Christmas tree that I put out over here, but basically all I do is I've got a little miniature tree skirt, and I'll put that around it. I'm just bringing in some color. I also have a couple of deer. These are just kind of paper mache or something. That one is, I think I got this one at a thrift store years ago. And then I'll lay this little female deer down here. Now I do have a few little extra houses. This I think I bought at the dollar store. I still have the little tag thing on it. But I'm going to tuck a tree, I think, back here. Bring in that red over here. And let's see, let's get this little house. Let's put our other bigger house. Let's put it right there. Set it on top of the snow. I have another somewhat bigger house. Let's stick that over here. I have a small house that I'm just going to place right inside there. I don't think this even has a door, so it doesn't really matter which way you face it. So I'm just going to tuck that one in, maybe right in there. I need a Christmas tree. Let me see, or just a tree in general. Let's tuck that right in behind there. And I have another little tree that I think I'm just going to stick it over here and behind this bigger house. Okay, and now I've got to get my florals. I've got some, yeah, I think I'm just going to use those. Okay, and basically all I'm doing on this side is, I brought these over here along with some more that's in the floor, but I think I'm just going to use the pine cones. I had this in here last year along with it looks like one of those, I guess, do you call them snow owls or something? It looked like a winter owl, but I can't find it. We had him last year because I remember him. I only could find one little branch of this, so I'm just going to tuck that in there. I just think that's really pretty. And I only had one branch of this, so I might just tuck that in behind there. I'll have to play around with it some. I only have one horn. Okay, I like that. So I think that's all I'm going to do on this side. Okay, I'm going to call this pretty much done over here, because you really can't see in behind that because of the tree. Got that pretty much well hidden. So now let's move over to, unless I put this snowman right here. I may put the snowman right here. Let it snow. Okay, I might say that's done now for that area. Okay, all I like now is I went ahead and set this deer out because that's all I put there, and this little Merry Christmas sign. But I went ahead and got out my little Christmas tree that I put here on this table. And I've already got all my little hooks on there because I kept them on there from last year. And I just decorate this little tree here. Oh, and I put those extra of the deer horns. I just kind of wrapped them around the base of the tree. I thought Marty might like that. But that little area is finished as well. Here's a better view of the tree. I know the light coming through the window, it's hard to see, but there's the Merry Christmas sign along with those horns, the deer, and the tree. Okay, this is a final tour of our den decorated for Christmas. Okay, this is in the dining room kitchen area looking out into the den. You see we have the rails decorated with garland on both sides going down with the Christmas tree right here. And this is going down 3 steps down into the den. This is Marty's area in here. There's his turkey and all of his deer. That's his safe. But here we are going down into the den. I know there's a glare because we don't have blinds on the windows, but I do have lights in the windows. And it's windy outside today, y'all. You can see the wreaths blowing, but we've got little trees and a little tree in the middle. But over here is just a little area with Christmas houses, deer scenes. And I'll back up and let you see I've done his little table there. Got Christmas pillows in his chair. The moose. Mr. Moose is above the fireplace on the mantle, swinging around the TV area. Of course, over here on this little couch, I have Christmas pillows there as well. But I have this decorated up with some Christmas decor there, more garland there right below the TV. In this window, which is bright, once again, we've got Believe and 2 little Christmas trees. Of course, we've got deer head everywhere. In here, because this is Marty's area, that goes out to our patio there. Goes up the stairs to some bedrooms, but there's more garland going up the stair rails there. And his deer, but on the couch, we have more Christmas pillows. And as we swing around here, there is the Christmas tree and looking back into the dining room area. And that's my Alabama Santa Claus there. Another little Mr. Moose down there. A beautiful Christmas tree. All of this is decorated in an outdoors type theme. And I'm going to swing you around, let you see the little snowman, I guess, type deer that I have on the door there. Because that's just going to, it's made into a snowman figure. But we just got all kinds of, beautiful little ornaments on here. Beautiful tree topper with horns coming out the top there. Horns everywhere, all over the tree. As you can see, these were handmade by his uncle. All the wooden ornaments like that are. Some sentimental things that we've had for years. We've kept all of those. There's some deer horns there. Another handmade ornament there. But just beautiful ornaments on that beautiful tree, I think. Just the kind of tree that he needs out here in this type of den. With all the deer head and everything. But that is a look at Marty's den. There's Mr. Moose. And of course he does light up. I just don't have him lit right now. Alright, and that is the final tour.